Okay, in the blog post today we've had a bit of a chat about behavioural and social development, and now I'm going to go on to the second bunch of blog posts that we're going to do, and that's about parenting and parenting issues, which of course is vast. We're going to take a step back again to the very beginning, talking about temperament again and how that relates to how we parent our child. As you may recall, your temperament basically is your genetic hand of cards that you're dealt. What characteristics you're given through your DNA that combine from your mum and your dad. Basically, when we look at temperament, the way we classify it is how we relate to when we are stressed, to when we're challenged emotionally. And the psychologists have basically divided the types of temperament we talk about into three groups: easy, slow to warm up or slow to settle, and difficult. So easy temperament people cope with stress quite well, can manage it and digest it easily and keep calm most of the time in the face of stress. Slow to warm up means it may take you a little while, but eventually you get there. And difficult temperament people don't handle stress very well or react very quickly and emotionally and get very upset or very angry or very impatient. And there are a whole bunch of characteristics, which I'll mention in the blog, about what are the characteristics that suggest you're bit more easily into an easy temperament, and what are the characteristics that are a bit more into a difficult temperament. Of course, it's not black and white. Not everyone's one or the other. That slow to settle or slow to warm up group is the majority of people. About 70% of people are a mixture of easy characteristics and difficult characteristics, with about 15% being on either end. So they're the types of temperament, but it's important to realise that easy temperament doesn't equal good and difficult temperament doesn't equal bad, because we need all of these different types of people for society to function. So your easy temperament people may make great carers and nurses and social workers. Your difficult temperament characteristic people may make great barristers and sports people and politicians. So different horses for different courses, and society needs them all. What has this got to do with parenting? Well, a lot actually, because what we have to do in this situation is realise that children don't all come out the same. And if you talk to parents of multiple children, myself included, you can have the same two parents and very different outcomes with every child. They all come out in a different way. And so what we then need to do is to have a really good look at our child. What are they actually like? What is their personality like? What are their characteristics? And I think you can tell this from a very early age, even from day one, what sort of nature they have. And you then need to adjust your parenting style to your child's temperament. Because that's when you start having an input, is they've come out with their temperament, and now we have this thing called experience come along. So you have genes and you have experience, and those two big aspects is what goes into forming our personality. So yes, you do have a role to play, but that role of what experience you provide for them must adapt to the sort of person they are in the first place.